So my next guest says of Nvidia stock, Blackwell suppliers shrugged off delays ahead of the 2Q earnings, writing them out results really for her with this stock has helped her clients get a 3,900% gain. 3,900% we're talking about. So let's bring in IO Fund, their lead tech analyst, Beth Kindig. Beth, you know, I began the show by saying that everyone has an opinion on Nvidia these days, but you saw the potential, you rode that wave with conviction, and there were times when this stock would take drubbings out of this world. You came on this show and said, I'm still convinced, and it's because of the work, right? So I want to start with that because your latest report says, has the first line says, bulletproof Nvidia showed an unusual bout of weakness this month. You know, it all came about this with the design flaw that was mentioned in the information, sent the stock reeling. How much of an issue is that really?
Hi, Charles. Great to talk Nvidia with you again. The design flaw was exaggerated. It's actually more about an advanced packaging process rather than the design of the GPUs. Ultimately, it will be immaterial to Blackwell revenue by next fiscal year. My team worked really hard last week on a 6,000-word analysis that pointed to a lot of data that we are getting bullish signals from the supply chain. I fully expect NVIDIA's management team to calm any concerns about the outlook for Blackwell.
So with that in mind, then how surprised were you that the stock got hammered, right? It went to an intraday low of 90 on August 5th.
You and I talk about NVIDIA, every month, every 2 months, and I had chatted with you about buying on dips. We bought on the dip July 31st. That continues to be my firm's strategy. We have 2 to 3 quarters before Blackwell arrives. Buying on dips worked as soon as this last month, or as frequent as this last month, and we continue to see that as our strategy, buy on dips.
You know, in your latest report, I was intrigued by the part where you talked about Taiwan Semiconductor and how they combined with Nvidia to create improvements that defy Moore's law. And of course, without getting too much into the weeds, I mean, it sounds like they are actually rewriting the rules of technology.
Yes, where Wang's law is different, that's the CEO of NVIDIA, is that instead of simply doubling transistors, this company's design is pure ingenuity. They produce something called the transformer engine for Hopper, and without getting into the weeds, it greatly increased capability and performance. So I would say Moore's law does not apply to GPUs, and Jensen Huang and NVIDIA has proven this.
Also, no, not your note. I read another note, and I saved it, though. I read it like a week ago. It was the CFO from Applied Materials said, in our discussions with the leading AI companies, they're telling us that reducing power per operation is now more important than increasing operations per second. Are you buying into that? If that's the case, does it make a challenge for NVIDIA?
Yes, so the tens of billions that big tech is spending on AI, some of that will be redirected at lowering AI power consumption. Every AI investor should have allocation to solving the power consumption issue. Timing for that, again, is Blackwell.
Supermicro got slammed this week, Hindenburg report, and then I think there's a filing overnight. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the market has jitters today with Supermicro, but it goes back to lowering AI power consumption. The server makers are in a great position to solve that problem. They can subsequently charge more when their servers drive down AI power costs. Supermicro, Dell tomorrow, these guys are in a great position as we move into Blackwell.
All right, well, then if that's the case, these stocks look like screaming buys because they both have given up a lot of ground. Beth, I appreciate you. You're really fantastic, and you have made a lot of our viewers a lot of money. Thank you.
Thank you.